For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manz, and as promised, let's take a look at a live trade in a Baltimore chop opening gap reversal. This falls right in line with those first hour trades that we looked at the London Expo. We're also looking at these in Seattle with our traders group, and we are going to look at these, of course, in Las Vegas at the Traders Expo on November 20th, 2014. All right, let's go. Here we see we have got opening gaps in TJX and HOG. Those are the only two that are valid for today's session. The other one is a leftover from the previous session, but TJX and HOG right out of the gate. These are the first half-hour candidates that we have right now, or first 15 minutes actually, because let's see what happens. Setting up the charts on these in my trading platform. Once again, I'm using Realtick to place these trades. Here's what we've got. Harley is coming down from a gap open higher. I like these. I prefer the short side on any trade, but here's what I like about Harley. When you look at this first bar, we've got a first bar entry possibility. If we get up just a little bit higher into that first 5-minute bar, it's the equivalent of turning it around and making it a 1-minute bar, of course. When you do this, right, you're looking for an entry that's a little bit earlier than we typically would. TJX, the problem that I see is that we are right below this black pivot line, so it might just be the case that our focus is going to be on Harley. Let's take a look at the level 2 screen here and get this thing set up. And now that we're getting some bleed back up into this bar, I am going to start looking for the first sign that price is stalling out and that gives me the potential for an entry to the downside. So this is just a wait and see thing. Here we go. Got our order in. And there you can see what's happening live with the position. So on these first bar entries, it's a little bit different than trying to get in the second bar of trading or in the deepest pullback of trading. This one, you're going to do a little bit more eyeballing of the price activity. And we're going to want to lock profits in as quickly as possible. So now we've already got a bit of an extension here. I'm going to use a trailing stop. And I'm going to keep it real tight. And just tell my software to go ahead and buy me back out of this if we get a reversal. And there it was, the reversal exit on the trailing stop. So it doesn't wind up keeping you in the trade as long as you'd probably like to be. It's probably going to move a little bit lower here. That's typically the case. But then we don't want to be caught on a whipsaw move to the upside. And what we're going to do is go ahead and look for another entry opportunity on HOG a little bit later. And hopefully that'll happen with the benefit of having another bar of data at least pulling back in. And it'll give us the opportunity for a second entry, which is more like the textbook entries that I talked about at the Money Show, and we'll be talking about at the Traders Expo and the Seattle group. So nevertheless, sometimes trading is about thinking on the fly. When you get these 2 standard deviation opens, they do provide you with very significant opportunity for a retracement, at least down into 1 standard deviation, if not further. 2 standard deviations, of course, account for 95% of the deviation that we expect to see occur. And then when volatility begins to shift back towards the mean, we're looking to capitalize on that move. So this is the only opening gap solution that I know of that uses a statistical model to predict whether or not we're going to have a profitable move. And now what we're looking at is, as long as the distribution hasn't shifted or skewed here, we are going to see if we get a pullback up into the range of that first bar, and then once again get sort of a stall in the momentum. Hopefully we'll get a second bar that closes and gives us a close up higher in the bar. And if that's the case, we can add some profits to what we've done already here. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one in store tomorrow. The best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.